Hello everyone, welcome to Pepcoding. Today we are here to solve a question named Queen's Permutation 2D as 2D box chooses. Okay, so first of all, let's go and talk about this question, what this question is about. After that, we will try to solve this question. So we are here on the board. What we are given n queens and we have to place them on the n cross n chessboard, right? And we have to print all the permutation that is possible for all those queens. So this is the board. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So just suppose if the value of n is 4, it means we have to place 4 queens and the board is 4 cross 4, right? And one more thing, sorry, all the queens are distinct. Okay, so if we talk about the queen, so queen 1, queen 2, queen 3 and queen 4, we have these 4 queens. Okay, now if we talk about how many ways we can permutate these 4 queens and place them on the board, so it's 16p4. We have 16 boxes available here and we have to place 4 queens, right? So there will be a same question that we have done earlier. So let's talk about that. For that, a small question. After that, you can understand this question in a better way. Okay, so let's erase this and move forward. So here what we have sorry, we are given 3 boxes, right? And we have to place 2 distinct, right? Like 1 and 2, we have to place 2 distinct elements, 2 distinct items in these boxes. How we are going to do that? So its possibility was 3p2. 3p2 ways we have. So 3 factorial by 1 factorial, that is 6. Okay, and what was that? Let's see what was that. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, so first of all, the first possibility was 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here and 2 here. After that, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here and 2 here, 1 here. So these all the 6 permutations that is possible for putting these 2 distinct sorry, these 2 distinct items in these 3 boxes. So the question is similar, can you relate with it? Now what we have 16 boxes available in our chessboard and we have to place 4 distinct queens, right? Can you relate now? Now let's have a fast recap for this small question so we can relate it with our question. Okay, so just erase it. Now let's move forward. What we have 3 boxes. Okay, we have 1 2 3 boxes and 2 items, 1 and 2, I1 I2, right? So the boxes were levels. Okay, the boxes have authority to choose, right? So this will be box 1, this will be box 2 and this will be box 3. So box 3, box 2 and box 1, this is done. Now let's go. First of all, box 1 have to choose. So box 1 have 3 options, 1 2 and 3. What are these 3 options? First, they won't choose any of the any of the item, either 1 or 2, so it will be dash dash dash. All the boxes are empty, right? Now let's talk about the second option. The second option is that it chooses 1. If it chooses 1, then 1 dash dash, and if it chooses 2, then 2 dash dash, right? These 3 options it have. Now let's move forward. Now it is the turn for box number 2. So what will happen? Actually, if box 2 have to choose, it have 3 options here also, 1 2 and 3. The first option, it don't choose anything, then dash dash dash. If it chooses 1, then dash 1 dash. If it chooses 2, then dash 2 dash, right? Now let's talk about this. What we are having here we are having just 2 options. One, it doesn't choose anything, and the second option, it chooses 2. Do you thinking something like why it is not choosing 1? Because 1 is already getting chosen by box number 1, so box 2 doesn't have authority to choose 1. Okay, so now let's go. If it doesn't choose anything, then 1 dash dash. If it chooses 2, 1 2 dash, right? Now let's talk about this. It also have 2 options. Doesn't choose anything, 2 dash dash, and choose 1, then 2 1 dash, right? So this is happening. Now let's talk about this. Again, these have 3 options, 1 2 and 3, right? Let me make some space for us, right? So this is a little bit here. Now If it doesn't choose anything, then dash dash dash. If it chooses 1, then it means dash dash 1. If it chooses 2, then dash dash 2. Right. This is done. Now let's talk about here. Here what it have two options. One, if it chooses nothing, dash 1 dash, and it chooses 2. If it chooses 2, dash 1 2. Right. So this is done. Now let's talk about this one. First option, it it doesn't choose anything, then it will be dash 2 dash. And the second option, it chooses 1, then dash 2 1. Right. This is also done. Now let's talk about this. One option doesn't choose anything, 1 dash dash. Second option, it chooses 2, so 1 dash 2. Right. Now let's move forward. We are here, right? First option, it will choose nothing, 1 2 dash, because 1 and 2 both are already chosen. We have no items to place somewhere in the box, so box 3 will be empty. Both of them are already filled. So now let's talk about sorry, this one. Here we have again two options. One is not to choose anything, and the second is choose 1. If it chooses 1, 2 dash 1, it have only one choice, not to choose anything, because 2 and 1 are already chosen by box 1 and 2. Right. So let's find our answer. What is our answer here? So we have to fill 2 elements. Okay, so wherever we have 2 elements, here, and here also, here also, here also, and here also. So these 6 are our answers, right? And rest of are the waste for us, we can see. Okay, so this is very similar for our question on. Let's see how. So this is the way how we are putting 2 distinct items in the 3 boxes. Now what we have, we are given a chessboard of n cross n. So let's suppose for 4 cross 4. Okay, so this is box 1 2 3. Okay, so we have 16 boxes. We have 4 queens, 1 2 3 and 4. Right, this is it. Now what we have to do, we just have to do the same thing. We have to check for this box, this box, this box, this box, this right? So this is what we have to do. So now let's go and try to code this planning that we have made here, right? So before going, let me tell you one more thing. When we are moving in this row, what is happening? The column is getting increased, right? The column is getting increased, the column is getting increased. When we reach at that box, what happened? We come back to this row and again we start moving in the columns. Okay, so now let's go and see. We have to use this for traversing on the chessboard we are having, right? So let's go now. sorry friends. Okay, so first of all, let's handle the traversal, right? So if the column, we are given column here, in which column we are current row. Okay, so if the column is equals to the total queens minus 1, it means we are at the last column. So what will happen? Simply, first of all, before that, we have to make 2 variables for new row equals to 0 and new column equals to 0, right? So if column is equals to tq minus 1, so row, new row will be equals to row plus 1, right? This is done. And new column will be equals to column, not column, 0. Yes, if we are at the last column, then the row will be increased by 1 and the column go back to 0, right? So this is done. Now what in the else case? Else case, our column was getting increased by 1, that's it. So new row will be equals to row only, and the new column will be equals to column plus 1. Okay, so this is done. Now what we are going to do after this, what we have to do, we have to place our queens by traversing on that. Okay, so we have to run a loop to choose a queen until every queen is placed. So for that, for and I equals to 0, I is less than number of total queens and I plus plus. Inside this, before placing, what we will do, we will check if it is placed or not. So queens I If it is equals to false, it means it is not placed, right? So what we'll do, we'll make our queen's eye equals to true. Okay, now while backtracking, what we'll do, we will make it false also. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to make our call here. Okay, so this is our function, we'll call it here. Yes, this is done. Okay, now first of all, we have placed one more queen, so queens placed so far will be equals to +1, and the total queen is same. Row will be new row, column will be new column, and there is answer so far. Okay, so we'll add something to our answer, right? So we'll find out what we are going to add. After that, we have to send our queens. Okay, this is also done. Now let's see what we are going to add in our answer so far. Okay, so if we have placed our queen, then we have to add the queen in our answer, right? So queen is added. After that, the number of the queen, which queen is placed. So if I is equals to 0, it means we are placing the first queen, right? So if we are placing the first queen, so to string I+1. Okay, we will add 1 in our I for that. Okay, after this, what we have to do? After this, we have to use a separator. What will be this separator? Let me tell you. If we are on the last column, right? So what is happening? We are coming to the new row. So our separator will be /n. That is an enter, right? We'll coming to the new row. That will separate our answer. After that, what will be the second separator? Second separator, if we are moving on the column, so after adding one answer, we'll give a space, a tab space. That will be our separator. Okay. So let's go. String separator equals to, we'll give it some value /0. Okay, and if we are on the last column, so it should be /n, right? So separator will be equals to /n. Done. In the else part, we have to make separator our tab, right? So separator equals to /t. This is done. Now let's move forward. We have added a separator here also. Okay, so this is done. This was need to be done. After that, we have made a call for placing the queen. Now we have to make a call for not placing a queen also, right? So let's take this. Okay, and we will make a call here for not placing. If we haven't placed it queen, then we will not increase the count for that, and in our answer, in place of q, we will place dash, and the number of queen won't be added, right? And the separator will be added. Okay, so this is done. Now what after this? After this, we have to handle a base case. Like we are making a recursion call, we all know we have to handle a base case somewhere. Okay, so let's go have a look on our base call, on our calls. After that, we will try to decide. Okay, so if we reach to the last box, like if we cross the last box, it means we have reached our limit. After that, we don't have to go any further, right? So in our case, our last box will end here, and whenever we go here, if we go to the more than this number of rows, right? So that is our base case. So first of all, let's go and do that. If the row is equals to the total queens, like total queens is equals to the number of rows and number of columns. So total queens. So what we have to do, we have to simply return from there, right? Okay, so this is done, but we have to take care of one more thing. When we are getting our answer, we have to print our answer also, right? So whenever we are reaching this base case and the length of getting placed, the number of queens that we have placed, if it is equal to the total queens that we have, it means we placed all the queens. If we placed all the queens, so we have to print that answer, right? So let's go inside this condition. If the queens placed so far is equal to the total number of queens, right? So it means we have placed all the queens. Then we will simply print our answer so far, and we have to print enter 2 times also. So handle for that. That is because of our output format. That is just a formatting. Okay. So this is also done. Okay, so this is all that we have planned to solve this question. So we have implemented all that on the code. Now let's go and try to run this code. Okay, so run. So successfully accepted. Now let's submit it for all the test cases. So okay, it is giving some wrong answer. Let us see what is the problem. What is happening? What is happening? Okay, we missed equals to here. Like we have to compare, then row double equals to g, right? So let's run now. Okay, so it is printing. Now let's submit it. Okay, so it is passed for all the test cases. So I hope you have learned something with this. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.